Right now on KCOY 12, Central Coast News at 5. Drenching rain and hail. Our first alert weather team shows you the wild weather across the Central Coast and if we can expect a repeat. Shots fired and a homeless man is dead. Now the LAPD is coming under fire for a homeless man's fatal shooting. And a local basketball coach passes away today, remembering Santa Maria High's Eddie Gutierrez. KCOY 12 Central Coast News at 5 starts now.
Live from the largest news team on the Central Coast with important local coverage, this is KCOY 12 Central Coast News at 5 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, holy hail, an active day for our first alert weather team. The Central Coast got an unexpected visitor earlier today. Pellets of hail litter an orchid backyard.
Driving the 101 was also a challenge today. A drenching rain made the road ahead tough to see, and there's a chance we'll get more of this.
And take a look at this. A KCOY 12 News viewer, Joel David, sent this one in. He snapped this picture of what looks like a funnel cloud outside his window in Santa Maria.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. I'm Scott Hennessy.
And I'm Paula Lopez. We're glad you're with us. KCOY 12 News has first alert team coverage of the weather system moving across our area.
Let's go to our first alert weather center. Our meteorologist, Jason Stiff, is standing by. Hey, Jason.
Hi there. Well, we had some beneficial rain Saturday, Sunday, and today, and we aren't quite done yet. As we look at live storm tracker radar, we still have some more areas of rain showers and embedded isolated thunderstorms just off the Central Coast, and they are slowly but surely moving eastward toward the coast itself. We have some more showers near Cambria, also between Paso Robles and San Luis Obispo. Isolated showers also between Santa Maria and Santa Ynez, also just northeast of Solvang, and some more snow for the mountains well to our south and east. Some nice amounts of rain in many parts of our region. As you can see, the Montecito Hills area had over an inch. Santa Barbara, 4/10 of an inch. Santa Maria, 3,600. Not as much as we would like, but we will take it. We also had more around San Luis Obispo, where it was 5,700 of an inch. Oceano, 2,300 of an inch. Also Solvang, 1,600. So we're not done with our chances for some wet weather. We have more chances for that. Stay tuned. I'll show you more details about how much more rain we can expect, what else is coming the next 7 days, and some more beautiful viewer photos coming up in a few minutes.
Breaking news into the KCOY 12 Central Coast newsroom. A crash between a sedan and tractor trailer has closed the northbound lanes of Highway 101 just north of the Gaviota Tunnel. You're looking here at video we just received from a viewer traveling in the southbound lanes when he shot this. The sedan and tractor trailer collided and the semi jackknifed and is blocking one of those lanes. The CHP says slick roads definitely played a role. The number 2 lane is still open, but if you're heading that way or expecting someone, the CHP says there will be delays.
Some residents saw pea-sized hail covering people's front lawns. Some of the neighbors in Orchid there say they were expecting rain, but not the hail. Let's take a look at some video shot by our own KCOY 12 morning anchor, Tony Cabrera. This was just south of Orchid about 11:30 this morning. People in the neighborhood say the thunder and lightning woke them up, but they welcome the rain during what we all know is a severe drought.
And I told my sister, it's snowing. She goes, nah, it's not snowing, it's hail. And it was just coming really not hard, but enough.
After the hailstorm passed through there were still some dark clouds overhead and a small amount of rain followed.
And it was a surprise snow day for kids in the San Bernardino Mountains. Snow flurries made for slick streets, and the school district near Big Bear decided it wasn't safe enough to travel. Forecasters are predicting more snow later tonight.
And we want you to know that KCOY 12's first alert weather team continues to track these scattered winter storms. Coming up at 6, meteorologist Jason Stiff will show us who can expect more rain, plus more of your viewer photos and another strange place we saw hail today. That's coming up tonight on KCOY 12 Central Coast Local News at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, Santa Maria High School is mourning the death of a staff member who was a popular figure on campus and in our local sports community. Varsity girls basketball coach Eddie Gutierrez died suddenly last night. An official cause of death has not yet been announced. Gutierrez, who also served as the school's security coordinator, coached the Saints for the past 3 seasons. This year, he led the team to a third-place league finish and its first CIF playoff appearance in 9 years. Gutierrez also coached the girls' varsity team at Pioneer Valley for 2 years.
Now to the U-Haul murder trial. Today, the attorneys defending 6 accused men began making their case to the jury. KCOY 12's Keith Carls was there in the courtroom. He's been following the story since the beginning. Keith, what happened today?
Well, Scott, the first defense witness called to the stand today is a county jail inmate convicted of kidnapping and who is now on his way to prison. Now, that defense witness testified that he shared a cell with one of the key prosecution witnesses in the trial, Robert Sosa, a gang member and former defendant who accepted a plea deal in exchange for his testimony. Sosa's testimony identified the 6 defendants' role in the alleged kidnap, torture, and murder of Anthony Ibarra back in March of 2013. The defense witness testified Robert Sosa told him he took the 15 years in prison plea deal because he wanted to avoid a possible life in prison without the possibility of parole sentence that's now facing all of the defendants on trial, and that Sosa was not allowed to testify in the way that he wanted.
His deal was that he had to say certain things in order for him to even receive that deal that he wanted to be on the table. He had to say whatever it is that the DA said, and he also did mention that if he didn't say those certain things at trial, that deal would be taken off the table.
Now, the judge denied all of the defense motions to dismiss the charges against the 6 defendants based on insufficient evidence to support all of the charges against them. But one of the 6 defendants did get some relief from the judge agreeing with the prosecution to dismiss the charge of torture against David Maldonado. He is one of the 6 defendants. The judge agreeing with the prosecution that the charge, the allegation at least, would not hold up under appeal. Live in Santa Maria, Keith Carls, KCOY 12, Central Coast News.
Multiple charges against multiple defendants. We'll continue to follow it. Keith Carls, thanks very much. Los Angeles police faced tough criticism tonight after a homeless man was fatally shot on Skid Row. We want to warn you, some viewers may find this video graphic. The shooting happened yesterday afternoon. Cops were called out for a robbery, and you can see officers got into an altercation with one man outside a homeless shelter. You hear the gunshots there. Officers tackled the man to the ground, and 3 others tried to subdue him. One cop pulled out a taser, and seconds later, 5 gunshots were fired. The police commander says the man started fighting with police and tried to reach for an officer's gun.
It's going to be a long investigation, and we will, get to the bottom of it.
The homeless man was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is now in the United States. He spoke at the annual American-Israel Public Affairs Committee conference and argued against a possible agreement between the U.S. and Iran. Netanyahu plans to address a joint session of Congress tomorrow at the invitation of House Speaker John Boehner, who did not consult the White House.
The last thing that I would want is for Israel to become a partisan issue. And I regret that some people have misperceived my visit here this week as doing that. Israel has always been a bipartisan issue. Israel should always remain a bipartisan issue.
Netanyahu will not be meeting with President Obama during this trip. The White House says it's inappropriate to meet with Netanyahu so close to an election since it might give the appearance of an endorsement. Israelis go to the polls on March 17th.
Now to the war against ISIS. Iraqi forces, with the help of both Shiite and Sunni fighters, launched a large-scale military operation today. This is a step in a campaign to reclaim territory in northern Iraq near Tikrit that's controlled by ISIS militants. State TV says forces are attacking the city from different directions and are backed by artillery and airstrikes. Tikrit fell to ISIS last summer. It's the second Iraqi city to be controlled by ISIS militants. And ISIS supporters have made threats reportedly against Twitter founder Jack Dorsey after the company shut down accounts promoting the terrorist organization. In a post on an anonymous forum, the self-identified supporters drew an illustration of Dorsey in crosshairs. Their message contained several death threats. Twitter's terms of service does not allow hate speech, threats, and posts that promote terrorism. The company says it's working to confirm whether or not the threats are indeed serious.
The White House is criticizing the leadership skills of Republicans after Congress passed a one-week extension of Homeland Security funding. A White House spokesman says President Obama was disappointed he had to sign the extension. Mr. Obama and Democrats want a full-year funding bill that doesn't include repealing executive orders on immigration. But Republicans are firing back, saying they will only pass a bill that does not include those orders. If the two sides don't reach an agreement, the Department of Homeland Security will shut down. A tragic paragliding accident out of Santa Barbara. Tonight, new information on the man who fell thousands of feet to his death. We talked to a witness who saw it all happen.
And an Australian skydiver is lucky to be alive after he has a seizure in midair. The crucial moments that saved his life coming up next.
Live, Scott Hennessy, Paula Lopez, and meteorologist Jason Stiff. KCOY 12 Central Coast Local News. Live at 5.